This is Karen August from Market Hall. Karen's the director of their development. Karen, you were in one of my seminars recently. Can you share with me how the seminar impacted you and your business?
So I attended one of your shorter seminars. It was through the Chamber of Commerce Club Loris, and so you had a very limited time, and you really took out some of the scariness of social media. I thought that I knew a little bit, but of course I didn't know very much at all. So what the seminar did for me was to take away some of the fear factor, to make me realize that it's something that I can do with the resources that I already have, and that it needn't consume all of my time and all of my energy, and that there have been some great benefits, tangible and intangible.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Karen. Karen, what have you done different since the seminar that you weren't doing, say, before the seminar?
I really didn't know how to get started, and I was nervous because that you only get one chance to make a first impression, and so I had a personal Facebook presence, and I wasn't sure how to make a Market Hall website. You told me, so I was really pleased that I was able to implement these things straight away. So you told me where to look on a Facebook page for a certain button that would help me create an event. You told me an awful lot about the culture of both Facebook and Twitter, and that in fact they're very different, and there are certain what's the word? There are certain
demographics.
There are certain demographics, but there is also certain protocols and etiquette.
Mm-hmm.
So you were able to tell me about some of the protocols and etiquette involved with Facebook and Twitter. So I didn't feel quite so nervous going in, and from there you also gave me some other resources that would enlighten me and sort of expand on what you had told me. So you linked me into a community that could help me as well.
Wonderful. Well, you are a Twitter queen now. I've been following you on Twitter for the last, I guess, 4 months, not realizing that you had come to my seminar. And I was so delighted and honored when you came up to me, who I've been like, humbled knowing you, and you're telling me that I had an impact on you being able to use Twitter. I was just shocked. Did you know that? I was just shocked. Afterwards, I was just dumbfounded. I go, but I follow her because she's the goddess, so that meant a lot to me.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it was...
there are lots of people in the community who are ready to share information, and it's been very interesting to find other Twitter users who give you instant feedback, so you know, and you can also give them a call on that old-fashioned thing called a telephone and say, how do I do this? What do I do? How would you recommend it? So the other thing that we didn't talk about is how I define it successful or not, and that's a really difficult. What is it that I'm trying to do, and how do I measure it as successful? Because I am committing time and resources to it.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I have chosen as one of my measures of success is so for Twitter and Facebook both, is the number of followers going up. And what is the quality of those followers? If it's some marketing guy in Berkeley, California, he's not my target audience for getting bums in seats. And the idea is to grow the numbers of people coming through the doors of the Market Hall. That's my goal. So the guy in Berkeley, California doesn't matter to me. So, okay, I've got over 300 followers. How many of those are good, quality, real people who really live in Peterborough? And if that number is continually going up. Similarly with Facebook, I go and see who's following me. Are they really engaged? Are they really likely to come to shows? Are they really interested in supporting the Market Hall? And if those numbers are going up, then I'm really happy.
Perfect.
And
that's perfect.
And it's great when people come up to me and say, "Oh, I'm Juicy Julie," or whoever, I don't know. You know what I mean? And I'm like, "Oh my God." Yes, you are. I had an interesting situation when I first started Facebook with my personal profile. It was about friends and family, and then as I was online more and more, people who I was meeting through Market Hall were sending friend requests, And at first I felt uncomfortable. I didn't want them seeing my holiday photos and knowing what I'd had for dinner and all of that kind of thing. And then at your seminar you explained that you can set privacy controls really clearly, and that you can have lists, different lists, and that really helped me react to that, because I wasn't really expecting that. So now I have 2 lists set at different privacy levels. So my friends and family can still see my holiday photos, but people who are my Market Hall network can see other aspects of the profile, and I feel very comfortable with that. The Market Hall Performing Arts Centre group is a whole other thing, and again I didn't realise really what the difference was between groups and personal and fan pages and likes, and you shed some light on that for me as well. And so now the Market Hall group stands alone, and that is much more similar to the criteria that I apply to Twitter posts, and so they're much more closely aligned.